What's up, y'all? It's your boy Joshua Edwards. It is Thursday. I just want y'all to see how sunny it is outside today. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Look at that. You know, and blessed to be here right now by the sea, by the lake, should I say. Well, we got some people joining the call already. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Excited to be here with y'all again. We got some a special guest here today that we're gonna invite on here in a minute. His name is Hardik. Some of y'all know him already, and I'll tell you what, this brother's out here, man. He's meeting with the mayor. He's meeting with politicians. He's having events in right downtown Belleville. Like this guy is around. So I'm excited to have him on today. Some of you know him already, but I'm gonna invite him on here, and we are gonna have a awesome chat. Okay, let me send an invite. Da, 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 da. How we do invite? There we go. I'm gonna invite this brother. Get him in here. My man,
Hello, boy. How are you?
I am well, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine.
Wonderful. I see you made it. You made it in from your car. So you got to your
Oh,
destination okay?
I did actually. I thought I wouldn't, but luckily I did. So I'm glad.
There you go, man. There you go. Well, listen, my man, it's awesome to have you on the show today. I'm excited about this interview. I was just saying to people before you joined the show today. I was like, my man Hardik, he's out here. He's meeting with politicians. He's meeting with the mayor. He's holding like full out parties in like town square in downtown Belleville. Like this man is doing it big. So I want to know, and as we kind of introduce the show, which is Shop Talk Quinny, and again, anybody who's joining us right now, thank you so much for joining and listening to our conversations. We like to have meaningful conversations with entrepreneurs, professionals in the Quinny area and beyond. I've told people on the show before, I've interviewed people as far as Australia, and so it's just a pleasure and an honor to have different entrepreneurs, professionals on this show. But today I got to welcome my man Hardik to the show. Hardik, give us the 411 of who are you as a human, and what is important to you in 2022. Let's go.
I'll start with one sayings. It's my father used to say, just follow this sayings for entire life. So it says, try to be rainbow in someone's cloud. So I just started following when I was in 10th, standard 10th, and I'm still following it. And I'll keep following for entire life because it's kind of I st- I never thought I'll travel around overseas because I was having everything at my home country. Like I was having decent pay job and my family and everyone is there, right? But something just got changed in my mind and I thought to travel. So I'm just still following my father's way and I'm helping people. So my name is Hardik. Who doesn't know my name or me around Bay of Queenie? So my name is Hardik. I'm a founder of Gravel International. We have a social media pages like Facebook page, Instagram page, and we also have a couple of groups where we help students. And basically, our main goal is to target community and international students because there are so many glitches between that. So what we are planning, what me and my team are planning, we are planning to remove that glitch. We are planning to remove that barrier. And we are trying to make a very strong bridge between international students and community. So we can make this transition as smooth as possible. That's what our main goal is. And by achieving that goal, what we are doing so many different events, cultural events. Throughout the events, what we are doing, we are planning to educate community people of our culture, our festivals, our food, and everything. And we are trying the best to adopt their culture, their language, their food, and everything. So it's kind of give and take. We are trying to give something from us, and we are trying to adopt something from Bevel or Bay of Quinte and surrounding areas. That's what our try is. And I am so lucky. I have a great team with me who is helping me with each and every single step. I'm doing since last 3 years, and I have got help from so many different people, community members, mayor and councillors and everyone, because I have found uh, Balul is treating me very well. And it's not even from single person, it's from entire community. So I am very much grateful with the Bay of Quinte community, Bevel community, and everyone who is a part of my this 3 years of journey. And luckily, if everything goes smooth, I'll take this organization to the next level so I can help more and more and more upcoming students and also be a part of community. That's what my goal is.
Wow, what a great initiative and passion and why. I think about international students. I had the pleasure of going to Loyalist College, graduating from there, and now I have some international students that work for me. And it's such a neat thing to see people come from different cultures and different ways of life and really thrive in a community. And the fact that you're really helping to bridge that gap for so many who are coming to seek a new, life, new opportunity in this area, I think it's to be commended, brother. And I gotta ask, you've as you've said in this so far, is you've been able to navigate and you've gotten so much help from people, Belleville as a collective, Bay of Quinte. Um, but man, for some of the people watching this show, like how does one get in a room with the mayor of Belleville, with different politicians to have some of these conversations? Like what's some of the stuff happening in the background that's getting you into some of these rooms? Share with the people.
Okay. Let me tell you one fact. You wouldn't believe that, but when I started this organization, when I started this entrepreneurship in Bevel and Bay of Quinte, when I graduated from laws before 2 years, I believe. At that time, I was searching on Google who is the top fry entrepreneur in Bay of Quinte, and luckily I got your name in my first list. Then after I started searching for you, and then after I figured it out, you have your own business here, and you started entrepreneur, and you are graduated from law list, and you are a recent grad. Then after I texted you, and I guess that text is still in your inbox. I I didn't get any response for a while, but then after I luckily I am talking to you, so that's a very big achievement for me. You can say this example. So this is kind of my achievement, right? It's in front of me and I'm talking with you. So that's a very grateful for me as international students, right?
I gotta look for this inbox message now, man. I man,
See, I told you, and I thought to work with you for in some project because at that time I guess you were looking for someone to hire or you were looking for someone to just go through the projects and everything. But I was totally fresh and I was just starting, so I'm sure like you must have got a lot of emails and text messages and everything. But then after what I was doing, what I did, what was my striking point? I used to do a lot of volunteer work for community when I was in Lawlist. I used to do volunteer work for Lawlist. Then after I started moving outside in the community. Then after I started working for United Way, I enrolled myself in VIQ, which is the biggest volunteer organization in Bay of Quinte. So meanwhile, I started enroll myself in VIQ, and they were started introducing me to the different organization wherever they need help, whoever needs a help or some kind of support or doesn't matter whatever it is. But I go there, I volunteer. I did a lot of volunteer in my 3 years, and I'm still doing my few hours as a volunteer. right? So that's the
Right.
biggest thing what I'm doing right now, and I'll keep doing it for community and for international students because that's how I upgraded myself by doing volunteer, by helping people. And to be frank, I cannot be help of each and every single person personally, right? So that's what my thinking is. I am planning to make strategy. I am planning to share my all thoughts and my all different kind of achievements on the social media to let other students know if you do this, this will be a big change for community. And if I couldn't be help for any single person, then you can be help for them, right? So it's kind of I'm planning to make thinking and I'm planning to upgrade myself so I can make myself into someone's mind so they can start thinking like this. Just helping one person can change a lot in community. And that's what we need right now because COVID has taught everyone a different thing, right? Because previously everyone was a part of their own life, their own culture, their own family and everything. But COVID had changed a lot of different things. And some changes are positive. So people have started talking with each other more oftenly because they had so many pandemic, right? So that's why they were like, okay, let's start talking people. That's how we can circulate our mind because I heard of, also the international students has a lot of mental stress, also the physical stress, right? Because of this, they couldn't go outside, they couldn't talk to anyone, and different various different factors affect that. So this will, I guess, make a different change, and it will leads to the next level. So at least people can talk to each other, and they can spread out the word, and they can be a part of this community as a helper, as a volunteer, and that will make a huge difference, as per I
Wow.
know.
Wow. I got so much to say on it. First of all, I'm super, super, super glad that we connected and that we're on this chat right now. And the fact that like I don't know if you said it was like a Google search or something like that where you found me. But anyway, I'm so grateful to be able to chat with you today. Number two, um, so, and it's funny because for people that they might find this interesting. So I'm driving like downtown Coburg, and I pull up to a stoplight, and who do I see walking across the street? I see Hardik walking across the street, and I was like, I recognize him, so I like roll down the window. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And you're right, and
Oh,
you're
that was Joe, that was so funny because you know what, like when I go to the streets on Belleville or nearby, I see a similar faces, right? Because Coburg is like 45 minutes far from here, and I couldn't expect like I can see someone, but I was like, you were just waving from the car. I was like, oh, that's a Joe, man. Hi, how are you? So that was a sudden meeting, but yeah, it was a grateful when we just met together, like face to face, first time, right? And it was really great, man. Thanks for stopping by and say hi.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the third thing I got to say is I love what you said about changing, like when you talk about getting into some of these rooms and some of the things that you've been able to do in your movements, like you decided at some point you decided let me be of service, let me
Hmm.
look at ways where I can help other people. And what's that saying, like you help enough people get what they want, like you get what you want. And it just shows your servant leadership. And I think that when people think of leadership, they don't necessarily think about somebody volunteering at United Way or somebody, on the streets helping the homeless. Like they don't think of leadership in that way. But that is like maybe leadership in its purest form, and you're demonstrating that. So I got to ask this question as a follow up because I love what you said here about changing the mindset. That's something that's very, very important to me. And anybody that like follows my OSM team or Shop Talk or any of my channels, Network BOQ, like I am all about like the thing behind the thing. And for me, in a lot of cases, it's mindset, like how people think about things. I think a lot about that. What are you observing in a space for? And let's talk holistically, like when we think of professionals, people that you're influencing in the space. What's like some of the limiting beliefs that you come across, people that if they can just get over this way of thinking, they're going to see so like more success than they would believe for themselves if they just got over this hump. What are some things that you're noticing?
I have been noticing, see, we have so many different programs and different graduates from Lawless College, right? But there are some firms that doesn't need any kind of degree or the MBA or the high priority of education and everything. If you see an example of myself, I am a graduate from IT. My firm is IT, computer networking, and I have a strong professional background with that. Because currently what I'm doing is kind of entrepreneur, right? And also I'm doing the social work. But this will add you add your resume to the next level if you take experience from the community, if you take experience from the people. Because I have spent my so many years in my professional background in IT, and I was working behind the desk. But after some time, I realized like talking to people, getting more into the community, it will change and take you to the different lane. So sometimes I felt like in Belleville and also the Bay of Quinte, like I got a barrier. I got a lot of barriers to be frank because I was totally new in Belleville, right? When I just came to Belleville from different country, we have so many different barriers, language barriers, food barriers, our culture, our tradition, and so many different stuff. And uh, I have achieved a lot of things, but it doesn't seems like just one night change. It takes time. So I wanted to share this to the international students and also the more entrepreneur. Like I am sure you have got a lot of failures and you have got a lot of you can say attributes that will stop you to not grow at the same time, but it will take time. That's what I did because what happened like I got stuck in so many things when I started this kind of organization by doing volunteer work, right? Because I was a student, I had to pay my bills, I had to pay my college fees and everything. And I've decided when I came here, I decided I won't take single penny from my parents. I'll do everything by my own. So that's a different thing. When you decided something like that, you have to spend your more time into the working hours. You have to spend more time, more hours into your payroll rather than doing help or volunteer for someone else, right? Because they will give you nothing. They will give you a different thing. And that's what I crave for. I crave for a smile and happiness from others. That's what I'm telling all international students. You'll get a lot of barriers. You'll get the different problems. But that's how this life works. If you will work for someone, if you will do a little help for someone, it will give you back, not for today, not tomorrow, but in a while. And it will change the different things. You will feel better. So that's what my goal is. Just work for money. I'm not saying just quit your job and just do volunteer work and social work all the time. I am saying just try to spend your 1 hour, at least 1 hour in a week. You can do that, right? 1 hour a week is nothing. You are just sleeping in your sofas. You're watching Netflix. That is also a like that is also a kind of relief for your mind. But if you spell just 1 minute, just go to the nearby neighbors and ask for the help if they want it. Because what I do, I just recently had a project. We had a heavy storm in last 2 days, right? So what I was doing, I was spreading the social media message, and I was a lot of international students helped me with these things. Like we were just doing the rides, and we were just giving like delivery services and everything because everything was shut down, right? So this is kind of small project, and this is kind of project where I do for community and international students. But one more thing I wanted to add in this, like if you get any negative vibes around you, because I'm not saying you will get only positive vibes after doing whatever you are doing at your workplace, or you can say you're nearby, or your college, or your classroom, or in family. I am sure that you'll get negative vibes, but don't stop there. If you are keep doing the stuff you are doing, work with the positive people, change your mindset with the positive things. That's how you will change. If you get negative vibes, just don't avoid it. Just hold them. Just try to convert them into the positive vibes. So you'll get more stronger. And that's what this friend support and family support works, because I have been doing in last 4 years. I did a lot of changes in myself, in community and international student organization. But only one thing was with me all the time. That's my friends, because I have come here alone by myself. Then after I started building my friend circle, and I have got a bunch of few buddies with me right now. If I say at the two, like at the night, 2 o'clock, just come with me. We gotta do this, and they were like, okay, let's do this. So that's kind of thing you'll get it surrounding. So family support and friend support is must in this thing. So try to stay together and try to build each other. Just don't pull up someone's leg and drag him to the canal. Just try to hold them and try to push them so they can at least get help from someone else too, right? That's how we build. Yeah.
It's so crazy, Hardik, how we relate on so many different levels. Like I'm recalling conversations I've had with my friends and talking about it exactly what you're talking about. And a couple of things that really stick out. Like first of all, like the friend thing. Like my dad always used to say to me, he said, "Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are."
Oh,
And and that always stuck with me. So and now like I say to people like, yeah, like when you go through something in life and your world gets flipped upside down, like COVID is a great example. Like I think now is the time for people to get their circle like really tight. And what's the intent behind that? Like keeping the negative energy to a real minimum. Like knock all that stuff out. Yes, use it to kind of give you strength, as you mentioned. um, but definitely, I think it's an opportunity to keep a tight circle. I saw a video of you and your friends actually.
video.
So that was really cool. They seem like a cool group. But yeah, and the other thing is that like I like how you said like this is where we relate a lot as well is patience. Like you said, like when you do that volunteer thing, like this is how I feel about Shop Top Quinny, by the way. Like I
Yeah,
feel like the dividends for doing this show, like I
yeah.
have zero zero expectations for like return on time, blah blah blah, like not like zero expectations. But the amount, like if people understood the amount of business awareness that has like come my way because of this show, and it's really just the heart of wanting to share other people's stories. Like it's insane, but I think it's something that people miss a lot. They want instant gratification. They want it to happen
Yeah.
now. And I'm all about patience. Like, is that something that you experience a lot where you see people like and there's all of these things kind of blocking their way, as you said, and they don't have the patience to see, no, let me keep putting in the work. Let me keep doing this so that I can get to where I want to go. Are you seeing a lot of that?
Oh, yeah, I have seen a lot. Actually, I've seen myself too, right? Because as I mentioned, like I got a lot of failures. And when I just moved to Belleville in Canada, I started from zero. I was having nothing. I was having no friends. I was having no connections. It was just a fresh start from me, and I have started from zero for so many times. This is not the first time. And then after, when you just achieve your 90% of your life, you have everything. And then after you have decided, and some situation came over, and you have to move forward to again zero, and you have to start from zero, right? That's the thing I have faced for so many times. Like you cannot even imagine, right? I was at 99%, and then after again I moved here and I started from zero, from the base. So that's a different feelings. You will get a lot of troubles from your mind. There is a devil inside your mind. They won't ask you to start from zero because you have achieved everything and you are at 99%. So why would he allow you to just start from zero? But if you just start from zero, just make sure to remember one thing. It won't change in overnight. It will take time. And this is like my fourth year in Canada and Belleville. And I can see change. It is not a one night change. It's not even drastic change. It was like kind of step by step, step by step, step by step. Like I have spent a lot of different days, a lot of 2 3 months by doing nothing because I was getting no response from students, from like from community, because we had some time with sometimes we have this kind of situation where you got no support, where you have no followers or nothing for a moment. But I didn't stop at the same time. I kept pushing myself. I was like, okay, not today, but someday it will, and it's gonna happen. And today, like I feel like if I if I would stop at that time, that night, then after I wouldn't do that's what I'm doing for international student. And that's a kind of different thing. I didn't stop. I didn't stop and I will never stop. If I want get help, if I want get support, I will keep doing it. I will keep encouraging myself, right? Because I have my friends and family with me. I have so many different supports from community. So I'm 110% sure. And how you'll get it, just stay positive. If you are not getting any response, just try to ask your mind. It will happen. Don't worry about that. So that's what I do. I talk to myself so many times because that's how you learn yourself, right? Because at the end, if nobody is with you, then you and yourself is with you, right? So try to find you in yourself. That's what I do all the time.
Wow, that's and Hardik, I'm thinking about this, like that ability to keep going even when things aren't happening, when you aren't getting responses, when there isn't support. Like for you, like do you feel like that inner like push to keep going, like that came from your parents, maybe a mentor when you were younger? Like where do you think that comes from?
That actually comes from so many different examples. Like I can share my father's example too, because my father taught me when I was younger, when I was in school, and he taught me, he told me his stories, and I was so much impressed by his story. I was like kind of inspiration. My dad is one of my inspiration because he had shared me this same thing because he started from zero so many times. He changed his life from zero to 99% so many times. He had got a lot of struggles and a lot of different things affects, right? And then after I decided myself, if something happens, I have to go back to zero. I will never let myself down because my father didn't, so I shouldn't. Because my father did that from zero to 99% so many times, and I can 110% do that. So that's
That's
how I get
awesome.
an inspiration from my childhood to my younger age, and now I'm still following that. So that's the biggest achievement for me. But as per I know, like I am very far from my family, my father, right? I can only connect to the virtual. But what I have right now, I have my friends, right? So that's how I get booster. If I'm doing something and if I stuck somewhere, so I get help. Come on, buddy, let's do this. It won't stop here. You have to make it happen. And they keep pushing. They keep pushing me. They keep pushing me into the water, right? I don't know how to swim, but still, they were like, okay, we got your back. Just go yourself and swim. If you don't know swimming, that's all right. We got your back. We are coming with the boat to survive.
Oh man, this is so good. It's so rich. Like I cannot stress enough. Like keeping that circle tight. And I think like we say that, but it's hard sometimes. I think for people to give up those like toxic relationships, like those relationships when you really evaluate and find that like this no longer really serves me. Because sometimes like that relationship's like a parent or
Yeah.
a sibling, like somebody close. Like it's not just like a nonchalant, oh, I'll just stop responding to them. Like some of this goes deep for some people, and it's really hard to give up. But man, like if you want to start living, you gotta cut that negative energy out. And man, I think you're a living example of that. Like you've clearly done a tremendous job having a strong friend group, a strong now community support group. You got your parents back home. I just think that's such a blessing, and that you can come on here and share how important that is. Because I got listeners here that they're entrepreneurs, they're professionals, and every day it's a battle against ourselves. But what are we doing to make sure we're surrounded by the right support system to keep going? So I really appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
One,
Thanks. I really appreciate your time, and I'm so glad like to talk to you in personal after 2 years, right?
I know, man. And listen, I'm excited to put and this won't definitely won't be the last conversation. You know, definitely talking to you today. Like, there's just so many things that we relate about. Like I said, I always like to think about the thing behind the thing, and
Yeah, yeah.
you're that guy. Like you're thinking that way. I can see it. You know, I hear it, and I just think that that's that's the type of energy that we need going into 2022. So this definitely won't be the last podcast that you come on with me. But man, thank you so much for joining today. God bless you. I hope you have like the most success, and we're gonna keep in touch, brother.
Thank you so much, Joel. Thank you so much. You have a great
Uh,
day.
you too.
Thank you.
Bye
Thanks
for
for
now.
having me. Bye.